Your food scraps deserve a fairy tale ending, not a landfill nightmare. Composting is super important. This is because all of the food that you put into your trash bin goes to landfill, and the landfill is a giant fucking methane monster and releases methane when it decomposes the food because of how compacted the landfill is, okay? When you put it all into a compost pile or a compost bin, you are allowing it to actually absorb carbon dioxide. And because it's not as compacted, there is oxygen flowing through it, it will not release methane. If you're like, I don't have a yard, don't worry, I've got you, okay? There are so many different methods of composting, okay? You can compost no matter your situation. If you live in an apartment, if you live in a house, if you live in the unicorn meadow, it doesn't matter, okay? You will be able to compost. So there's 5 main methods. You have hot composting, cold composting, bokashi, worm bin, and compost machines, okay? Hot composting and cold composting are basically the same thing with different effort put in, okay? You're just putting soil on the ground. Cold composting, you just put it on the ground and you turn it every once in a while and it's fine. Hot composting, you need like a certain amount of volume when you put it together, and then you have to constantly be turning it and all of that. And that's really good if you have like a massive garden or something, because it creates compost really fast, whereas the cold composting just creates as a go, but it's not something where you need the compost, you know? Then you have worm bin, which is basically you get a bin and you have a bunch of worms and they'll eat your food scraps for you, and then they poop out the compost, okay? Again, most of the things are not so you're getting the compost, it's so that you're composting the food scraps. The 4th thing is bokashi bin, and it's its own thing. You can Google bokashi into Google and you'll get like bokashi.com or something similar like that. Okay, and it's basically a bucket where you put your food scraps in, and then you put some bran into it or something that allows it to ferment, and then you ferment it into a closet for like 2 weeks, and then it's able to be put onto soil and plants and stuff like that. And then the last one is compost machines, which don't necessarily actually like compost your food waste, but they dehydrate it and turn it, reduce the volume by like 80 to 90%, which allows you to then just go shove it in a yard somewhere. Obviously, pros and cons to all of them, circumstances for what you have and what time you want to do and what effort you want to do depends on there, but there is a composting method that you can do to start composting no matter what your circumstances are.